This is IGN.
It's another big week in the box office for Project Hail Mary. Welcome to your IGN Daily Update. But first, if you haven't heard the news, a new Star Fox game and a Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time remake are among numerous unannounced Nintendo games reportedly headed to Switch 2 this year. That's according to noted internet tipster Nate the Hate, who accurately leaked the Switch 2's reveal date last year alongside other details of the console, and whose information today has been backed up by VGC sources. Perhaps surprisingly, 2026 will reportedly not be the year we see a major new 3D Mario game, though Nintendo's long-awaited follow-up to Super Mario Odyssey will apparently be ready for 2027. Speaking via his podcast, Nate the Hate said that Nintendo's new Star Fox game would be announced in April and had been intended as a surprise reveal following the character's just-confirmed appearance in the Super Mario Galaxy movie, where incredibly, he will be voiced by Glenn Powell. The game will apparently launch later in 2026 and include online multiplayer. It's been a quiet period of late for Star Fox fans, with no new games since 2016's Wii U exclusive Star Fox Zero. Developed by Nintendo and Platinum Games, it arrived to mixed reviews and remains one of the few titles from the Wii U era never to get a Switch port. 2017, meanwhile, saw the public release of retro SNES game Star Fox 2. Which was completed but never released until the arrival of the SNES Classic Edition microconsole. And last week's leak of the main PlayStation Plus game catalog edition for April 2026 has now been followed up by the reveal of a second game. As ever, the forthcoming month's editions have been posted ahead of time by reliable leaker Bill Kun from D Labs, who last week stated that 2023 Souls-like action RPG Lords of the Fallen would headline the forthcoming month's PS Plus catalog editions. Now, the same source has stated that Lords of the Fallen will be joined by Sword Art Online, Fractured Daydream, the 2024 video game installment with MMORPG elements that ties into the franchise's popular anime series. Meanwhile, Microsoft has announced that it will hold its major annual Xbox games showcase on June 7th, with Gears of War E-Day getting this year's dedicated post-show direct. 2026 will also see the launch of Microsoft's new Fable reboot, as well as the return of Master Chief. Could one of those have already launched by then? It seems unlikely. Fable already got a decent showing in this year's early Xbox Developer Direct, when we learned it will arrive this fall and launch day one on PlayStation 5 as well as PC and Xbox consoles. Last year's main showcase included more than 30 games, as well as the Xbox ROG Ally handheld devices. What else could make an appearance? Visit IGN.com for the latest Xbox games showcase updates. Project Hail Mary has hurtled past the $300 million mark at the global box office, with IMAX proving to be a huge draw with cinemagoers. The Ryan Gosling-fronted film remains the #1 movie in the world, with $108.6 million global haul in its second weekend. That adds up to an impressive $300.8 million at the global box office. Enough to make Project Hail Mary Amazon MGM's highest-grossing movie of all time. Domestically, Project Hail Mary brought in another $54.5 million, representing a drop of just 32% on opening weekend. It's now made $164.3 million in North America. Internationally, the Phil Lord and Christopher Miller-directed sci-fi epic had a similarly impressive second weekend hold, bringing in $54.1 million for a $136.5 million total. IMAX is a big part of Project Hail Mary's success, with $20.3 million generated across the globe this weekend. That's down just 27% from weekend one, with the film enjoying positive word of mouth. The North American IMAX total is now $33 million, which is 20% of Project Hail Mary's domestic total. Globally, Project Hail Mary has made $59.6 million at IMAX. Clearly, Project Hail Mary is a hit. It emerged this week that there's already talk of turning it into a franchise with a sequel, although Andy Weir, who wrote the novel upon which the movie is based, is said to be in the driver's seat on a potential Project Hail Mary 2. That suggests Weir would have to write a Project Hail Mary sequel before any further adaptations take place. Is this likely? In a recent interview with the New York Times, Weir was asked if he would ever do a sequel in some way. He replied, "Absolutely. I have ideas for sequels for Project Hail Mary, but I just don't have a good enough one yet. My next book, the one I'm working on now, is not a sequel to anything that I've written." Meanwhile, Disney Pixar's Hoppers has now grossed $297.6 million, $138.6 million domestic and $159 million international after 4 weekends. It's the highest grossing animated release globally of 2026 so far. Scream 7 made another $6.3 million this weekend, which means it's now up to $204.071 million worldwide. That's your IGN Daily Update. My name is Esmeralda Leon, and if you want more news on your favorite games and entertainment topics, make sure to visit us at IGN.com. You can also download our free app on your phone or console and subscribe to our weekly podcasts through the podcast service of your choice.
Spoken Layer.